Welcome to Wisdom Life. Today, we're diving into the captivating story behind one of the world's most beloved figures, Santa Claus. But did you know that the jolly old man in red was inspired by a real-life saint? Journey with us as we unravel the extraordinary life of Saint Nicholas, a man whose acts of kindness and miraculous deeds gave birth to the legend of Santa Claus. From rescuing sailors to anonymously gifting gold to those in need, his legacy is nothing short of magical. Get ready to explore the fascinating blend of history and legend that transformed Saint Nicholas into the iconic symbol of Christmas cheer. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll see Santa Claus in a whole new light. Saint Nicholas, known as one of the most important and revered historical figures in Christianity, is the inspiration for the figure of Santa Claus. He was born around the year 270 in Patara, a city in the region of Lycia in Asia Minor, now Turkey. Saint Nicholas was born around the year 270 in Patara, an ancient city of Lycia in Asia Minor, now Turkey. His family belonged to the middle class and were very devout. His parents, Epiphanius and Johanna, were both God-fearing individuals who raised Nicholas in an environment filled with love and religious education. From a very young age, Nicholas showed kindness and compassion. A famous story tells that, when he was just a few years old, he refused to nurse on Wednesdays and Fridays, the fasting days of Christianity. This was seen as the first sign of his steadfastness and reverence for God. As he grew up, Nicholas continued to receive meticulous and thorough education. He studied the Bible and the teachings of Christianity, and he was also trained in philosophy and literature. Nicholas's intelligence and quick learning ability made him an outstanding youth who was highly respected by many. A notable event in Nicholas's childhood was the death of his parents due to an epidemic. This was a great shock to him, but also an opportunity to show his compassion and kindness. Inheriting a large fortune from his parents, Nicholas decided to use this money to help the poor and those in need. This can be seen as the beginning of his life of service and charity. Another famous story tells of Nicholas saving three sisters from being sold into slavery. Their family faced financial difficulties and could not afford to pay their debts. Nicholas secretly placed bags of gold at their window at night, helping them to have enough money to cover their expenses and avoid a grim fate. This act not only saved that family but also laid the foundation for the tradition of gift-giving on Christmas Eve. The childhood of Saint Nicholas was an important period in shaping his character and life principles. From small but kind acts, he gradually became a symbol of generosity and love. The stories about Nicholas's childhood not only enrich his life but also inspire many future generations about kindness and altruism. After losing his parents due to an epidemic, Nicholas, with his inherent kindness and virtue nurtured from a young age, decided to dedicate his life to God. He used his inherited wealth to help the poor and those in need, laying the foundation for his ecclesiastical career. Nicholas began his religious journey by studying at a monastery near Patara, where he received Christian teachings and cultivated his piety. Here, he not only studied the Bible but also learned principles of ethics and philosophy, making him wise and capable of deeply analyzing religious and social issues. Thanks to his diligent study and dedication, Nicholas quickly gained recognition as a person of extensive knowledge and virtue. Nicholas's dedication and kindness did not stop at his studies. He started engaging in charitable activities within the community, helping the poor and the sick. These actions not only helped Nicholas build trust and respect from the people but also allowed him to better understand the hardships and suffering they faced. It was during this time that he began to be renowned for his miracles and goodness. One of the significant events marking a turning point in Nicholas's ecclesiastical career was his ordination as a priest. This was an important step, enabling him to officially perform religious rites and care for the spiritual life of the community. He frequently preached and encouraged people to live according to Christian ethics and compassion. With his increasing fame, Nicholas was nominated and subsequently appointed as the Bishop of Myra, an important city in Lycia. In this role, he not only led the religious community but also played a crucial part in protecting the church from pressures and persecutions by authorities. He did not hesitate to confront government officials when they oppressed the people, always standing up for the poor and the wrong. Throughout his tenure as bishop, Nicholas performed many miracles and helped countless people, further strengthening his credibility and respect in the community. He became a symbol of kindness and perseverance, always protecting and caring for the spiritual life of the people of Myra. Saint Nicholas was not only an exemplary bishop but also a teacher and a friend to all who needed help and comfort. His ecclesiastical career and life left a profound impact on the people and the church, becoming a source of inspiration for many future generations. Saint Nicholas, through his life and career, has left behind many miraculous stories and legends, enriching his image in the hearts of people and in Christian history. These stories not only demonstrate his kindness and patronage, but also affirm the belief in his divine power. One of the most famous stories about Saint Nicholas is his saving of 3 sisters from being sold into slavery. The family of the 3 sisters was very poor and could not afford to pay their debts. According to legend, Nicholas secretly left 3 bags of gold at their window at night, helping them have enough money to cover their expenses and avoid a grim fate. This story not only shows Nicholas's kindness but also laid the foundation for the tradition of gift-giving on Christmas Eve. Another miracle associated with Saint Nicholas is the story of him saving a group of sailors from a storm. According to legend, the sailors were caught in a fierce storm and prayed to Saint Nicholas. Immediately, he appeared and guided them on how to steer the ship to avoid danger. When they returned safely, the sailors went to thank Nicholas and revered him as a saint who protects sailors. This story further cemented his image as a protector of seafarers and a symbol of patronage. Another story tells of Saint Nicholas rescuing a kidnapped child. This child was kidnapped and sold into slavery in a distant land. The child's parents prayed to Saint Nicholas every day, hoping their child would return. One day, Saint Nicholas appeared in the child's dream, guiding him on how to escape and return home safely. This story not only shows Nicholas's compassion but also affirms the belief that he could intervene and help from afar. Another famous story is about Saint Nicholas saving 3 officers from wrongful execution. These officers were falsely accused and faced the death penalty. Nicholas intervened, proving their innocence and saving them from death. This brave act not only saved the 3 soldiers but also reinforced his credibility and respect. Saint Nicholas once saved people from famine during a time of food scarcity. According to legend, a ship loaded with wheat was on its way to the emperor but was held up due to regulations against unloading cargo mid-journey. Nicholas persuaded the ship's captain to give some wheat to the people without affecting the quantity needed for delivery. The miracle was that when the wheat reached its destination, the quantity remained intact as originally loaded. This story demonstrates Nicholas's kindness and ingenuity in solving problems. The miracles and legends about Saint Nicholas have inspired many generations and enriched his image. These stories are not only lessons of kindness and patronage, but also affirm the belief in the divine presence of Saint Nicholas in people's lives. The Council of Nicaea, held in 325, was one of the most significant events in the history of Christianity, and Saint Nicholas played a notable role in this event. Nicholas participated in the council as the Bishop of Myra, and he demonstrated steadfastness and a strong spirit in defending the Christian faith. The Council of Nicaea was convened by Emperor Constantine to address the disputes regarding the nature of Jesus Christ and his relationship with God the Father. One of the main controversies was Arianism, proposed by the priest Arius, which claimed that Jesus was not of the same substance as God the Father. Saint Nicholas was famous for his vigorous opposition to Arianism at the council. According to legend, he even struck Arius during a heated debate. This action showed his determination to uphold the traditional doctrines of Christianity. Ultimately, the council concluded that Jesus is of the same substance as God the Father and adopted the Nicene Creed, an important document in church history. Saint Nicholas's participation and contributions at the Council of Nicaea further solidified his position in the church and highlighted his courage and steadfast faith. Saint Nicholas passed away on December 6, 343. After his death, his relics were preserved and venerated in Myra. However, in 1087, his relics were transferred to the city of Bari, Italy, to avoid Muslim invasions. Today, he is still venerated as a patron saint, and many churches around the world are named after him. After Saint Nicholas passed away, he was venerated and worshipped around the world. His feast day, December 6th, is considered a major celebration in many countries. Many believe that Saint Nicholas can intervene and help them in times of difficulty. The tradition of gift-giving on Saint Nicholas's Day has become an important part of Christmas culture in many places. In the Netherlands, children often place their shoes by the fireplace to receive gifts from Saint Nicholas, also known as Santa Claus. The image of Santa Claus, with his long white beard and bishop's robe, has become the figure of Santa Claus. Have you ever received a gift from Santa Claus? Over the centuries, many legends and myths about Saint Nicholas have been created and widely spread. One of the famous stories is about Saint Nicholas saving a group of sailors from a fierce storm. The sailors prayed to Saint Nicholas, and he appeared to save them from danger. The spread of stories about Saint Nicholas was not limited to the Mediterranean region, but expanded throughout Europe and the world. In Russia, Saint Nicholas is considered the patron of sailors and merchants, and many churches were built to honor him. The spiritual legacy of Saint Nicholas is one of the most important aspects he left behind. His kindness, tolerance, and spirit of service are values that everyone can learn and emulate. Do you think we can apply these values to our daily lives? In 1087, a group of sailors from Bari, Italy, traveled to Myra and brought back the relics of Saint Nicholas to their city. This action was taken to protect the relics from Muslim invasions. Today, the relics of Saint Nicholas are preserved at the Basilica di San Nicola in Bari. Many miracles have been recorded as occurring after Saint Nicholas's death. People believe that he continues to intervene and help them through these miracles. One of the famous stories is about him saving a group of merchants from shipwreck. Saint Nicholas has had a profound influence on the culture and traditions of many countries. In Russia, he is venerated as the national patron saint. In the Netherlands and Belgium, the Sinterklaas festival is still celebrated with various activities and gift-giving to children. Over time, the image of Saint Nicholas has evolved and merged with various cultural elements to become the figure of Santa Claus that we know today. The image of Santa Claus, with his white beard, red hat, and sack of gifts, has become a symbol of the Christmas season. As Christian traditions spread across Europe, the stories of Saint Nicholas also became popular. In the Netherlands, he was known as Sinterklaas. Dutch children believe that Sinterklaas arrives from Spain on December 5th, bringing gifts and candies for well-behaved children. The image of Sinterklaas, with his long white beard and bishop's robe, became an iconic figure and an important step in the transformation into Santa Claus. Dutch immigrants brought the tradition of Sinterklaas to the United States, where it began to blend with other cultural elements. In the 19th century, author Washington Irving wrote about Sinterklaas in his book, A History of New York, helping to popularize the image in the U.S. Around the same time, the famous poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, also known as The Night Before Christmas, by Clement Clarke Moore depicted Santa Claus with a red suit, riding a sleigh pulled by reindeer, delivering gifts to children on Christmas Eve. The illustrations by artist Thomas Nast in Harper's Weekly in the late 19th century clearly shaped the modern image of Santa Claus. Nast drew Santa Claus with a red suit, furry hat, and a large sack of gifts, bringing joy and happiness to children everywhere. By the early 20th century, the image of Santa Claus had been widely popularized through advertising campaigns, most notably Coca-Cola's campaign in the 1930s. The cheerful, kind Santa Claus in the red suit became a global symbol of the Christmas season. The connection between Saint Nicholas and Santa Claus is a process of cultural and traditional blending over many centuries. From a kind and protective saint, Saint Nicholas became the inspiration for the figure of Santa Claus, a symbol of joy and sharing during the Christmas season. The legacy of Saint Nicholas continues to live on in the hearts of people worldwide. His kindness, tolerance, and spirit of service are invaluable values that everyone can learn and emulate. As we celebrate Christmas, let us remember Saint Nicholas and the lessons he left us. Saint Nicholas, with his kindness and many miracles, has become the inspiration for the figure of Santa Claus as we know today. The formation and development of this figure is a combination of many cultural and traditional elements over centuries. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We will share more interesting stories related to the Christmas season in our upcoming videos. Stay tuned!